Initial activity on part of speech by Stephanie Gonzalez. Course language, force and function. Self-introduction. My name is Stephanie Gonzalez Padilla. I am 31 years old. I am married and I have two children. I currently work with my husband. We have a small civil works company. I studied a degree in English because I like teaching language and I want a part-time job since I want to spend more time with my family. I hope to prepare all the knowledge acquired in this semester in my future career as a teacher. How do you compare the quotation from Wallace Chafe and the beginning of the chapter with the purpose of linguistics? Wallace makes the comparison of a crystal between the speaker and the listener that is not perceived by most people who use language, since their attention is on ideas and not on the way language is transmitted. Why do you think some people approach the study of language with apprehensiveness? Is this your case? Explain. Many people are overwhelmed by linguistic terminology. They think it is very complicated to assimilate. However, this terminology is necessary to explain all the concepts that are handled in linguistics. In my case, it happened to me when I listen to or communicate in English. I have a hard time separating English linguistics from that of my mother tongue, which is Spanish. Is linguistics about correctness in a language use? Explain. No. Linguistics is responsible for studying the structures of human language, explaining the phenomena of language acquisition along with its historical context. Many people make the mistake of believing that linguists in only using or correcting words in a specific language. What are the names of the greatest contributors to linguistics fields? How would you label each of them? For example, Ferdinand de Saussure, the father of the modern linguistics. Ferdinand de Saussure, Wallace Chafe, and Noam Chomsky. Ferdinand de Saussure made excellent contributions to linguistics. He defined linguistics as the study of the system of one language in order to articulate the elements that distinguish a functional formal from another. He considered language as a system of signals, which consists of two parts, signified and signifier. The signified is the concept which is referred to, and the signifier is the label used for that concept. Part of speech. Adjectives. Adjectives are words that define a noun pronoun. They are usually located before the noun. Example, the red car. They can also go after the verb to be. Example, one is intelligent. Most common adjectives can follow adverbs of degree as very. For example, the house is very large. Many of these adjectives for their comparative force with the suffix er. Example, one is taller than Pedro. For its superlative for with the suffix est. Example, one is the tallest. In addition, the adjectives can be followed by other words that modify or complement the meaning of the adjective. Example: too expensive to buy. Verb. Verbs are the action words in a sentence that describe what the subject is doing. They are the main part of a sentence or phrase, telling a story about what is happening. Types of verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs express a specific action and are used anytime you want to show action or discuss someone doing something. It's important to remember that the action does not have to be physical. Action verb example: run, dance, jump, things, etc. Mario runs every day. Auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are also known as helping verbs and are used together with a main verb to show the verb's tense or to form a question or negative. Example: would, should, do, can, did, could, may. I made dinner with you later. Modal verbs. Modal verbs are auxiliary verbs that are used to express abilities, possibilities, permission, and obligation. Modal verb example: can, must, may, should, would. Sally would not recommend the sushi. Preposition. A preposition is a word used to link nouns, pronouns, or phrases to other words within a sentence. They add to connect the people, objects, time, and location of a sentence. Prepositions are usually short words and they are normally placed directly and in front of nouns. In some cases, you'll find preposition in front of gerund verbs. There are three types of preposition, including time preposition, place preposition, and duration preposition. Time preposition are those such as before, after, during, and until. Example: after watching television, I go to the bar. Place preposition are those indication position, such as around, between, and against. Example: the table is between the lamp and the chair. Direction preposition are those indicative or direction, such as across, up, and down. The pharmacy is across the street. Reference: things.